Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, if you are on the hunt for super players, you are probably, as you should be, checking the shop because occasionally there are super players in the shop at the cost of 1500 gems. But the big question is every super player in the game worth those 1500 hard-earned gems? The truth is, no, not really. In this video we're going to find out which super players are worth buying for those 1500 gems and which players are simply not worth the hassle. Let's go, people! Okay guys, so we have the 24 super players, and when I mean super players I'm talking about both normal super players, the ones in black, and the ones in gold, which are the golden super players, I guess. Now, we have 4 tiers here, and I'm going to explain them pretty quickly. We have the obvious hell no, which is, save those gems and don't waste them on this super player. Then we have the if you have spare gems, go for it tier, which is, self-explanatory. We have the sure, which is basically like yes, but a not enthusiastic yes, really. It's just like if you want to try a different super player, go for it, but he won't be the biggest and most special addition to your team. And then there is the big definitely, which is the player that you must buy as soon as he is available. And if he is available and you don't have enough gems, try to figure something out and buy him. Now, let's start with Abubakar, guys. So Abubakar is Abubakar is a staple in most teams. I haven't been using him like for a long time, just returned to the team recently. He's a very smart player, tons of speed, pretty intelligent as far as fast players go. And yeah, I think he is a must buy. Definitely buy him if he appears in the shop. Just a great player, man. I prefer him on the wing of 4-3-3, 4-1-2-3. He's really good there. He's less good as a lone striker, as a center forward, but he's extremely good. You can also play him in defense if you want. I have done that before. Now, another big definitely, guys. We started off pretty strongly here. It's Sandberg. Not much to say about Sandberg, guys. He is the best striker in the game. Excellent speed, good strength, good reaction, great shooting. He shoots from everywhere, even like from the halfway line if things get tough. He is the center forward to play. He's the best center forward in the game, so I always stress how important Sandberg is to the game. So if you buy him, I would place him even before Abubakar here. So let's place him in the number 1 position, because he there is the absolute player that you must get, along with another super player that we will talk about soon enough. Now, Johnson. Johnson is another definitely, guys. Now, Johnson is much like the engine, but he's an improved version. So his stats aren't that crazy. He's not going to be the whole focus of a team, but he is a very key player to help push play forward, create some passes, create goal scoring opportunities as well. He can find the players on the wing, because he passes both on the wing and up front. He passes backwards as well. Very intelligent player, very good player to have on your team. Recently I have noticed that if there is a spot in my team that I'm not sure about really, I'll just throw Johnson there, because he is great as a midfielder. He's a really great midfielder, one of the best in the game. And as someone who is a big fan of the engine, Johnson is just, an engine with that added spice to make your team really great. Now, another very good player, but to be honest, not a big definitely, I should say, is Jones. We'll put him on the sure list, because even though I'm using him like hell recently, and I love Jones to be honest, But Jones is a static player, pretty slow overall, 30 speed at level 10, 33 speed at level 11. But he's a good playmaker, great response. He's just an improved version of the Protector. If you're playing, like if you want to play Protectors and the static players, which is kind of a big iffy thing unless you're playing a 5-3-2, at least in the Infinity Arena. If you are that kind of player, yes, Jones sure is a good buy, honestly. Again, he isn't a player who will change your team entirely. He's not a game-breaking player. He's a pretty good player when placed in a good position. Now, good positions for Jones are almost always on the flanks, where he has, you know, some time to take a touch or two on the ball, and with his shot power he can find long passes to your strikers or wingers, and you'll hopefully score that way. So Jones is a really great player. I love him and I can't wait to have him at level 11. Now, we've started off, man. I can't say anything that I haven't said already about Keene, who is one of the best defenders in the game, second only to a player who will, you know, come really soon. But yeah, Keene, guys, is an absolute beast of a player. Great defender, almost always played in defense. Some people play him on the wing, but I don't really like that because he doesn't like shooting at all. But Keene is made to be in defense. He has the marking ability as well, for what it's worth. But yeah, great strength, good response, great speed. He's a Chad in defense, guys. He's really, really good. And if you are just progressing from one arena to the next and you've seen Keene in the shop, buy him now, because he is one of the best defenders in the game and there aren't too many opportunities to win him. Now, Sierra is the weakest player in terms of this tier list. I'm going to place him in this third tier here. If you have spare gems, sure, he is a guard, but he is riskier than a guard if you play him in the midfield, because he likes to touch the ball more than a guard. His added improvements, because he is an improved guard technically, don't amount to much. He has a bit more shot power, which is like a bit better for, you know, to help you kind of find those passes. But really and truly, there's not much different, and we already have two guards in our team. So, you know, if you want to add a third one, like go ahead if you have the spare gems again. But yeah, Sierra, recently I have been playing him in defense, and he's been doing pretty well. Static player, marking player, good response, good strength, but again, nothing really different from a guard. It's just that, like, with his added shot power, I can find you know, passes a bit more easily, not that much. That's why it's not really worth spending 1,500 gems if you're short on gems, or if you just don't want another kind of guard in your team practically. Now guys, another player here, Simon the pickpocket, is a must buy, definitely. I think I'll put him even before Sandberg here. Like, this isn't an actual ranking within the ranking, I'm just placing Simon there because he has become the best player in the game by a long mile, guys. His stats are crazy, speed, reaction, strength, all at 45 at level 10. But how he excels from the rest of the players in the game, except for the engine maybe, is his behavior. Simon the pickpocket is absolutely intelligent, and he is also broken in my opinion, because he very rarely loses the ball. He's extremely smart, plays the ball back, plays the ball forward, plays the ball to the sides, makes those great runs, has the marking ability. He is a total package, and if I had just started the game and if I'd have seen Simon being there in the shop, 1,500 gems, I would have gone to the ends of this earth to buy him. He is that player that you must buy regardless of what your team looks like, what your team wants to look like in the future. You will always find a place for Simon. He can be played anywhere, guys. In defense, on the wings, as a center forward, he is a top top player, so please do buy him if you see him in the shop. Now, we have Sinclair. Now, we're gonna start having a bit of a hard time here in terms of usefulness, because I think I'll place him in the hell no. For the simple reason that this hell no category will go towards players who are just going to soak up cards for you, and they won't really offer you anything extra to the team, really. So the thing is that Sinclair is a producer with the running ability. He's okay at level 10 and 11, but in competitive settings, guys, his low response is always going to be a factor. He runs with the ball a bit too much, and he's just going to soak up cards for you on the bench, because that is where he will 99% of the chance be after you've used him a couple of times. He's a good player, but really and truly there is no place for him in score match, unfortunately. Traore is a strange one, guys, and many people would put him in the hell no category. I would put him also in the hell no category, because I mean, I found a good position for Traore, which is on the flanks of a 5-man defense, like a 5-3-2, 5-2-1-2. He is good, he has good response, good shot power and good skill, of course, to find those very, very long balls to the other side of the pitch. But, man, he's said to be a finisher, but I'm not sure exactly what he finishes, except for, you know, cards that could have gone to much better players. He's very, very slow. 11 speed at level 11. Think about that. I mean, there surely is some place you can use him with okay-ish results, but in most cases it's not worth spending 1,500 gems on Traore. Now Martina, again, a hell no here, guys, because Martina is one of the worst players in the game because of his really uselessness. What can I even say about him? A lot of skill, sure, that's his only kind of quality that can be respected, but the rest is basically really bad, guys. Bad response, bad speed, bad strength, one of the worst, bad height. Guys, and you can't even play him as a creative player, like somewhere on the wings, because of his running ability. His running ability, same thing here for Traore, means that he will not stick to his position. He will always try to roam around the field. And for most players, for most creative players, you'll want someone who is always there. So if you're chasing the result, you need a goal, and you have the ball, it's the last few seconds of the game, you'll play the ball to someone who is always there and who always can create an attack. And there are other players that can do that, but not Traore and not Martina, because of their running ability. Since they might not even be there, they might be pushing infield, they might be pushing towards the back. It doesn't make sense. These players, like these three players, honestly don't make a lot of sense, especially Martina, but what can you do? Matsumoto, the bulldozer. Now, it might be a bit debatable, but I'm going to place him in the sure category. Matsumoto is an improved version of the hammer, so, you know, hammers are overpowered, but the thing is that Matsumoto, much like happened here with Sierra, Matsumoto takes a bit too many touches on the ball, especially compared to the hammer. This is a bad thing in most cases, because as a static player, you'll want him to be there and ping the ball towards whatever other players you have around him. Matsumoto kind of likes carrying the ball forward a bit, and, you know, he has a place in most formations, don't get me wrong. You can defend volleyball with him, but really and truly, I always prefer a hammer, and most people do, just because if I want someone to defend volleyball with, I will place a hammer and not Matsumoto, since his risk, since he has that there's always that little risk at the back of your head that if I give him the ball, is he gonna take a touch and lose me possession in a very delicate area of the field, you know? So, like, sure, if you don't have any friend captains like for those extra hammers, like, sure, get him, I guess, and if you have the gems, but honestly, he's not as kind of absolutely necessary as you may think, I haven't played Matsumoto in ages, dude, in ages, just because I prefer hammers, honestly. And I also have the luxury of, you know, kind of recruiting a friend captain if I need an actual hammer, which is, you know, the safest option compared to Matsumoto. Now, Cook. Cook is a strange one, guys. I'm going to place Cook in the if you have spare gems category, although if I were to start the game like back from scratch, I would place him in the hell no category because he is absolutely stupid. He is really, really someone who wants to shoot on sight, right? But the problem is that his shot power, his skill, his everything really is really bad. He is really bad at shooting, but he wants to shoot. He likes shooting more than Sandberg does. He'll crack a shot from so far out, you'd think that he's like prime Cristiano Ronaldo. But he really isn't. He's good for speed, good for strength, good height as well on him, but I haven't still been able to use him in a way that kind of makes the most out of him. Maybe that's my own shortcoming, but at the same time his very bad response means that he's always going to be slow to react, and I can't really, especially in the Infinity Arena, in events, you'll need someone who is sharp and can react on time. So if you have spare gems, sure, bring him in. Now Benitez. Benitez isn't bad, right? I actually like him. He is a good central attacking midfielder, but he has a lot of shortcomings, guys. He's very slow. No skill also, but he is a very good shooter. He has a lot of shot power and he can crack a shot from a long way out. But he likes to carry the ball a bit too much. And that means that he's a risky player. And, you know, I'm sure you can use him in the early arenas, but honestly, I would save my cards, I would save my gems for, you know, other players, guys, because Benitez is a nice player to have and test around if you're in that mood, but really and truly he is not necessary. Now, Sabre. Sabre is a sure, in my opinion. He's a good player. He's a good player to play in an attack of 2, so like a 4-4-2, 5-3-2. He's got a good shot power, better than Abubakar. His response is slightly bit better than Abubakar as well, but he's very similar to Abubakar, just a bit less stupid because he just runs into tackles sometimes without even getting a foul or anything. So he's a good player. He is usable definitely from the early arenas to the late arenas, so he's a good player to get if you have the gems. Now, Fernandez is a hell no, simply because there are a bunch of better options out there, people. He is a striker. That is his only place. You can try and play him as a center attacking midfielder, but, you know, it won't be his really good position because he likes to dribble a bit too much. Now, Fernandez is just soaking up cards for me and for everyone out there. He's non-existent in the Infinity Arena. And for good reason, guys. So, Hakan. Hakan is a good player overall once he is level 11. But really and truly, I wouldn't buy him if I was just starting out and if I had gems, like a few gems to spend. Hakan is a good player in the sense that when used correctly, in the appropriate position as a center forward, he can do well, but guys, there are better options out there. Intruders, invaders. If you want a fast player and someone who is a center forward, really and truly, you can play Sandberg, so he's just not really someone to buy. I really wouldn't buy him personally. Now, Lee is a very solid option, guys, honestly. I like Lee. I really wish that he'd be a higher level than 9, honestly, because he is very smart, very fast, and very skillful. His only problem is response, but man, if I was at in the lower arenas and I just stumble upon Lee in the shop, I would buy him and start working on upgrading him as soon as possible, because he is someone very viable to continue your journey towards the very end of the game. So yeah, a big yes for Lee. A big definitely for Zivkovic, man. What are we even talking about here? The best playmaker in the game by far. One-touch player, lots of strength, lots of shot power rather, lots of skill. Fantastic player, total package. If you want a playmaker, man, place him there, place him anywhere in the midfield as long as it isn't in the middle, and he will start creating assists, and he takes a cracking free kick as well. Really awesome player, man. Now, Wolfgang. Wolfgang is an if you have spare gems kind of guy. He's like a commander, but he touches the ball a bit too much. He has a bit more improvement in his skills, but honestly, it's not like he's indispensable. It's not like he's really necessary. Eventually, once he's level 11, maybe you can start using him along with, you know, other players in your midfield to have that one big tank with good response, but he's not really someone I would spend gems on if I were in the lower arenas. Now, Zimmer is a sure good playmaker, not overpowered like Zivkovic, but he's pretty solid, guys. Honestly, he is a good player to have in your team, especially if you're starting out and you need that good, like, crosser of the ball, good assist man. He is played mostly on the wings because he likes taking a few touches on the ball, but yeah, not overpowered, but still not bad either. Junior is a hell no, because Junior is a running hammer and he loses the ball a lot, and there's not much else to say about him, honestly, guys. He is I'm sure there is a position for him, but he's just so unnecessary in score match that I'm not sure why he even exists, man. If I had a few gems to spend, I would definitely not buy him, let's just say that. Faustinho, very like Zimmer the Wizard, in the sense that he's a good playmaker, likes to carry the ball. They're very similar players, Zimmer and Faustinho. It's only that Faustinho likes to head the ball a bit more than Zimmer. Instead, like, Zimmer likes to chest it down and play, which is a big advantage. Faustinho likes to kind of head the ball, so his big passing range is obviously non-existent if he decides to head the ball. But yeah, sure, if you have some gems and if you need a creative player, go for Faustinho, man. Patrizio is he is a good defender, really good. He has been overshadowed by Keene and you know, others like Bertini and Simon in defense, but honestly, pretty good defender. He's an improved explorer, so you know, that's as far as Patrizio goes. Bertini, guys, very good winger, very good defender, an excellent player all around. He's an improved intruder, which means that he has more strength, he has more response, and he's overall very good. I can't wait him to have him at level 11 because he is an awesome player, and I really think that players who are just starting out, who are just trying to, you know, figure out speedsters and intruders and things like that, if you see Bertini in the shop, 1500 gems, buy him immediately, guys. Alright people, so that has been it. We have quite a share here of you know, the categories, the players in these categories. There are quite some players that you must definitely buy if you see them, but like, speaking from experience, the rest can be ignored except for the ones on the definitely category. I am speaking again from the fact that I have played 25,000 games and I have tried a bunch of different formations, bunch of different setups, and I have honestly found all these players pretty limited, not useless, don't get me wrong, but if you have 1500 gems and if you're looking for players to immediately improve your team, the ones at the top are the ones that you must buy, and no questions asked, people. So thank you very much for watching, people. If you have any questions, or if you have like something to say about this tier list here, if you don't agree, if you agree, let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a debate. So thanks a lot, people, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.